always kind of start like this, you know, with very little. I mean, here we have a story and we have some script and a film as a kind of inspiration, so there's already quite a lot of stuff, but still, I guess particularly the Bound Beggar story, we're kind of starting with very little, a rope and our bodies and how we can kind of, what movement ideas can kind of come out of that.
The way it's set, what we have to go on is the relationships in the movie, and there are three relationships, three male-female relationships. So that's the basis we're working from. But then how to then take that away from the sort of the Japanese nature and the culture and everything, and how to sort of embed that in present-day Glasgow.
The characters in the film, they're the kind of, I think they're the first characters you see, and it's just this man and woman wandering through what looks like a kind of park or a big open space, and they're tied together by this red rope. But the rope isn't taut, they're just wandering and it's kind of dragging behind them. And so that's the kind of opening image, and then the story kind of reveals as to how they've ended up in that situation. And what their relationship is, and the rope is kind of, I guess it's like, it's symbolic, but it's also this very real thing that ties them together.
My scenes in this show, mainly with Alison, the actress, I am man on the bench, she's woman on the bench. So we were looking at this morning of ways that could be portrayed without words.
We're just playing with it, I suppose. This week is the first time we've had a chance to kind of play with that idea. We don't want it to become too kind of literal. In the film, there's a lot of them walking through these kind of epic landscapes, and that's not something that is going to be great on stage. Being tied together limits us physically. So the rope is kind of, it's this idea that actually what we're showing is something outside of the reality of their beings in space and their literal connection.
What I've enjoyed as well is the fact that I'm sort of a youngster in it. I'm 17, 18, and then much more my own age. Having that sort of freedom of being able to play around and think and sort of get myself back to what I was like then.
I can't imagine starting a process with a completed script. I think I'd find that much harder than the freedom that comes with this.
To be in on developing the character, to be into making the character is a great pleasure, because normally as an actor you've got a lot more givens that you have to fit into.
Creating an environment of where there is a time to kind of play around and mess around, and trusting that stuff will come out of that, which again is what I prefer about a process like this.
Like there's a band in it, you know, and it is a sort of functioning, you know, rock and roll band as such, Zoe Van Goghie, but they're acting in it as well. And David, the other musician, he's going to be like part of the band with them, and so it's a sort of cross-discipline type of thing.